I win.
Oh, that was the best wheel ending ever. Who suggested that?
You're greasy in a number of places.
Yep, I am. It's like a resource.
Now, the websites that we went to reminded me of my formative experiences on websites. Remember back when websites first started being something that you could go to a lot because you had computers that you were accessible to? They were accessible to you?
Yeah, they were accessible.
Both ways. They would
I'm accessible to all computers.
Computers would come to me, and I would go on sites on them.
Yep. I remember.
You know what I'm trying to say is, I remember back in the day when I really first started being all about the internet, and one of the main things I would do on the internet was go to
chat rooms.
No, I would go to band websites.
Oh yeah.
Like rock band websites, and they would just have like, what did you think I was saying?
Band, B-A-N-N.
I would go to band.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
B-A-N-N-E.
I would go to band websites.
No, okay, so reprocess that. I would go to band websites, B-A-N-D, like rock band, and
those are great.
They would have their logo. You had to have a good logo back in the 90s because
like Pearl Jam.
Because that was the main thing about your website. And then underneath it would be like about. You could read about the band, pictures of the band.
Yep.
Tour. And all the places they're going that I'll never see them. And then contact. You could contact the band. That was it.
Hey band.
That's what websites used to be. And the only other type of website that I would go to a lot were websites that had wave files. I'm talking audio files of snippets from movies, like famous little clips from movies. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the movie clip sites.
And you could download the waves and you could assign them to be the sound. They would replace the default sounds when certain things happened on your computer as sound effects. Like when your computer booted up, it would be like something from Pulp Fiction, I think I used back in the day. It was like, Royale with cheese or something.
When it booted up, you like
when it booted up.
It said that.
Made me hungry. Did you ever do that? I would think, see now, I'm not the type of person who would do that. You're the type of person that would do that now. Like, I don't know where you get time to do all the things that you do and think about and do. But
have you ever heard a weird sound come from my computer? Have you ever heard, I don't do weird ringtones. I draw the line. I don't do weird ringtones.
But you're more likely to do them than I would be. Did you do them back in the day?
You actually did it. That's the thing. I've never done it.
I know, I find that interesting that I did that. But that was my way of exploring this thing called the internet. What do you remember about the internet back in the day, Rhett?
Lots of text. Lots of text. I remember the first time that there was a video on a website.
It didn't work.
And I was like
a little 320 by 240 QuickTime player?
I just remember thinking, and I think it was an encyclopedia. No. That was the first time I saw a video on a computer.
You put in a disc.
It was a CD-ROM.
You put in the encyclopedia disc.
I put in the
and there was a
Encyclopedia Britannica CD, and there was a video
remember you calling
on
me.
the screen, and I was like, what? Like a video, it didn't make sense to me how a video could appear on the screen. I don't know why, because there's obviously, I've had seen a television before, but seeing the video on the computer, which had seemed so restrictive and static, because it had always just been like, okay, all a computer is a place for text. It's like a piece of paper.
Right, it's like the first video game where there was actual humans talking. Like Double Dribble. We're like, oh crap, this video game can say English.
Yeah, right. Double Dribble. Yeah, Double Dribble. Yeah.
Way back in the day. It was the first game on Nintendo.
It was just so weird, man. We're not old.
Double Dribble.
We're just amazed by talking on video games and videos on computer.
I remember you called me. You were like, dude, you have to come look at it.
I put this thing in my computer and there's like a hummingbird flapping its wings. It's crazy.
The great thing was that the main use for the computer for you was looking at an encyclopedia. That's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time.
Yep. And then we ended up, years later, we made a video for World Book, which was an encyclopedia company in competition. Remember that?
Full circle.